We got people dropping out of the race. But that's what happens when you get 100 people joining a race. People gonna drop out, Johnson. You know? Sort of like that bad school in town, the school that people drop, they drop out. That's what's gonna happen. There's way too many people in this race. There's no place to ride my horsey. No place to go for a swim or a walk. Can't even stretch. You're gonna punch a Democrat or a neoliberal in the eye. Oh! So, Kamala Harris is the most recent, most high-profile person to drop out so far, and this has caused, a lot of drama. Well, besides her dropping out, there's been some people dropping in. And those people are people with a lot of money. We got Deval Patrick, former Governor Deval Patrick of Massachusetts. We have that guy from that other thing. Tom Steyer, business guy, lots of money, dumping money in Iowa and California and all these other places. And we also have the billionaire who we can't stand. Michael Bloomberg himself dropped in. Boo, boo. All right, so, if you had any doubts, if you had any doubts at all about Michael Bloomberg, about how horrible he is, maybe because you thought maybe time maybe have pulverized the meathead, may have pulverized and tenderized the thick skull of this Neanderthal, rich bastard. Like, maybe you thought time would have given him humility, calmed his savage nerves. Nope, not at all. He's worse. That son of a, he's worse. And to prove that he's worse, he sat down and talked with Gwen. Oprah's friend Gwen on CBS. I really should know her name by now. She's been doing her own thing for a while now.
You're right. You should know her name, Tim Black. Her name is Gayle King. Jesus Christ.
Gwen, Anyway, here he is sitting down with Gwen talking and proving everything you've ever thought bad about him to be true.
Stop and frisk, you recently apologized for that. Some people are suspicious of the timing of your apology.
Well, the mark of an intelligent, competent person is when they make a mistake, they have the guts to stand up and say, I made a mistake, I'm sorry.
We don't question your belief that you made a mistake. I think the question is the timing that you realize you made the mistake.
Well, nobody asked me about it until I started running for president,
Okay.
So come on.
Are you saying to people that you realize you had made a mistake before, but you just didn't mention it until now?
I think we were overzealous at the time to do it. Our intent was to do anything we could to stop the carnage, the murder rate. And what was surprising is when we stopped doing it a little bit, we thought crime would go up. It didn't. It went down. It should have, would have, and could have. I can't help that.
All right, so let's stop there because there's more I want to talk about with Bloomberg because he keeps talking. But I want to unpack that a little bit for you. Kind of defensive, isn't he? Yeah, just a kind of defensive, yeah. Kind of pissed off that anybody's asking questions. Reminds me in that way a lot of Joe Biden. What is it with these guys, man? You can't be asked a question. Dude, now remember, guys, this was the former mayor of New York. He has recently apologized for stop and frisk. This was like maybe 2 weeks ago when he first announced his campaign. He says, he goes out, he gives a speech. He says, hey, I made a mistake. Though I am perfect in all things, I was a little less perfect than I normally am. And for me, and for that, I'm sorry that I wasn't as perfect and right about everything like I usually am always right about everything. And that is regrettable that I was not totally 100% right, even though at the time, everyone said I was right. Everyone said I was incredibly right, that I was spot on. All of the data showed that I was incredibly smart and very intelligent and a genius. But in hindsight, the trauma of my decisions, though perfect in every way except in actually accomplishing the thing that they were set out to accomplish. Except for that, they were amazing and spot on. So, with full regret, I humble myself before you. Well, not really humble myself. I slightly nod my head as if I'm looking down at my shoelace for a second to say, I hope that you will see a way to somehow forget how I was not perfect that one time. Thank you. Now remember, guys, he was the mayor like 20 years ago. For 20 years, he didn't say anything about this horrible policy that had to be stopped because it was ruled unconstitutional. You understand what I'm saying? Like the courts had to step in. They were like, hey, you can't just stop people because they black, man. Like you got to have more probable cause than skin color. They have to be doing something. In the height of stop and frisk in New York, under Michael Bloomberg, they were stopping more people than there were people. Meaning, well, they were stopping more black people than there were black people. So you got 20 black people, you stopped 30 people that month. Meaning, some people got stopped more than once. Some people got stopped just because of luck, maybe 3 or 4 times. You understand what I'm telling you? People were being strip searched, anally probed, threw up against cars. Without as much as a, I'm sorry, my bad, or anything. Michael Bloomberg never apologized for it. 20 years out of office, never, even though it was ruled unconstitutional, they had to stop. Even though in his own admission, the numbers went down after he stopped. Numbers of crime went down after they stopped. Now, I have a theory why the numbers went down, Johnson. The numbers went down after he stopped because people were no longer traumatized and stressed the hell out. So they were calmer. When people are calm, less violence occurs. What I'm trying to tell you is Michael Bloomberg's idea, his great policing idea to fight crime actually caused more crime because it made people more angry and anxious and stressed the hell out.
Next debate is December, and Cory Booker said that it could possibly be, on that debate stage, no one of color, there would be more billionaires in the race than black people. Is that a problem to you?
Cory Booker endorsed me a number of times, and I endorsed Cory Booker a number of times. He's very well spoken. He's got some good ideas. It would be better the more diverse any group is, but the public is out there picking and choosing and narrowing down this field. The truth of the matter is you had a lot of diversity in the candidates, some of whom were very competent. Why they aren't there as you narrowed it down, you have to talk to other people who are experts. I don't know.
Michael Bloomberg is so horrible. He is full of so much of himself. I mean, he's going to make an excellent politician. I mean, I know he's been a politician before, but he's really good at it, wearing out one's ear until you don't even want to listen to what he says anymore. Like, she asked him, why should there be more billionaires in a race in the Democratic Party than black people? His response is to basically say, hey, I'm a bigot. Because Cory can speak well, which we'll get to later. But he already shows he doesn't have the capability of answering questions directly. Don't we already got people like this? Why would we ever need a Michael Bloomberg to get in the race? We already have people who avoid answering questions. Pete Buttigieg comes to mind. Why would we need him? Don't we already have one dumb rich bastard in this thing? John Delaney's already running. Why do we need Michael Bloomberg? We need Michael Bloomberg because he is incredible. He's amazing. According to Michael Bloomberg. Not according to other people. Oh, no, not according to other people. Michael Bloomberg can't give you a real reason why there should be more billionaires in a race or more billionaires on the debate stage than black people in a party that won't win without black people, because it don't make sense. But instead of saying, hey, you're right, it doesn't make sense, and Cory's got a point, right? Because, yeah, he has to instead go on this long, I don't even know what he was trying to say. What was he? I don't know. What do you think he was trying to say? I think he was trying to say, I'm really smart, and I know everything about everything, and that's why I own everything. How much longer will the earth have to deal with him being on it? That's my question. I got one more clip of Michael Bloomberg. He still continues. This clip is just as bad as the last clip. It's hard to say it's worse because in the last clip, he just said a Rhodes Scholar was articulate. Because, you know, a Rhodes Scholar happens to be black. That's a hell of a feat for that Rhodes Scholar to be articulate, because when you're a black guy, it's, woo, what an accomplishment. You said ask instead of ax. Amazing. Wow. He said ask. Whew, we got to give that Negro $1. $1.
Part of the conversation is, here we go, another old white gentleman. Isn't it time for change? Isn't it time for something new?
It may be, but lots of people can enter. There was no reason, if you wanted to enter and run for president of the United States, you could have done that. But don't complain to me that you're not in the race. It was up to you. Mm-hmm. And I thought there was a lot of diversity in the group of Democratic aspirants. Entry is not a barrier.
So you're saying if you want diversity, then get in.
That is exactly a good way to phrase it. Thank you very much.
But why are you attacking me? I'm a poor, innocent billionaire. I'm not the one. Why would you come after me and pose a question against me? Oh no, sunlight. The sunlight is shining. I am melting. Oh, give me my money. I must cover up the holes where the light's coming in with money. Oh, bring me my gold nuggets. Cover the holes that the sunlight's penetrating in. It's burning my sandpaper skin. Cover it with gold. Gold bars, my gold bars. Michael Bloomberg says, hey, man, don't talk to me about your poor problems, your poor people problems. Anybody can get in this race. Oh, it's going to take them, maybe 20, 30, $40 million. It's no big deal. Put up 40 mil, man. Buy the election like I do. What's the problem? Anybody who wants to buy it can buy it. You just need money, Gwen. Hey, Gwen. Damn it, Tim Black. I said Gail. Jesus. Mugabe. Hey, Gwen. Cory Booker responded to
Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who said that you are well-spoken. You're a senator.
Yeah, I was taken aback by it. I'll say this, Mike and I have known each other for a long time. When I was first becoming the mayor of the city of Newark, he gave me a tremendous amount of practical support, and so I just have a great deal of regard for him as somebody who, helped me help the city of Newark. But I agree with you that it's sort of stunning at times that we are still revisiting these sort of tired, tropes or the language we have out there that folks, I don't think, understand. The fact that they don't understand is problematic. And so, again, this is part of the campaign, and lots of people say things that they wish they could take back. And I'm sure people, if Mike gets it now, and I hope people around him are talking to him about why that plays into what is, for the Black community in particular, just these are signs of frustration that we continue to deal with issues, whether it was the blackface controversies from.
This clip, it crystallizes why black people do not support Cory Booker. Michael Bloomberg went at him. Michael Bloomberg said that this sitting senator, this Rhodes Scholar, this former mayor of Newark, was articulate. The lowest, a backhanded, bigoted statement, a backhanded, bigoted compliment, which is not a compliment at all. It's a slight. It's a diss. It's a disrespect. It's a marginalized, racist, it's a loaded statement. And the best Cory could do is say, I was taken aback by that. I was taken aback by that. We need more love. I was taken aback by that because I don't understand why. I've known Mayor Bloomberg for many years, and I've worked with him, and he was a really nice guy, and I've often shined his shoes, and I've walked his dog, and I've massaged his old back, his wrinkled back with cocoa butter, and I've tended to his toenails with my tongue, and I've done all these things. I've washed his car, I've picked up his dry cleaning, I've massaged his cankles, his ankles and cankles, and I've done all these things for him. I don't understand why. I'm taken back a bit. I'm not really upset. I'm not angry, because, I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I'm not even really bothered, but I am a little taken back. I am a little tangentially concerned slightly that he doesn't respect blacks and he thinks we're all niggers. So I'm a little bothered by that, but not really enough to actually make a stink about it. But we as black people demand more. And Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Thank you, Rosario. I love you. And this is why black people can't stand Cory Booker. Cory Booker won't stand up for Cory Booker. Cory Booker ain't going to stand up for black people. Cory Booker, that's why I question, is this guy... Look, I know it's not just about... Look, I want you to know, it doesn't matter what you look like if you have no backbone. It doesn't matter what music you listen to. It doesn't matter what party you with. It don't matter what you got a D or an R or an I on your chest. It don't matter. At the end of the day, if you won't stand up and fight for these people or for things that matter, it matters not. This is all talk and rhetoric. Cory Booker says it's unfortunate that Michael Bloomberg feels this way. And we hope that Michael Bloomberg has learned. Michael Bloomberg is 80 years old. Michael Bloomberg, the correct response would have been, if Michael Bloomberg doesn't know that it is incredibly offensive to tell a senator, you can talk well. If Michael Bloomberg is so stupid that he does not know that it is bigoted and racist for a old-ass white man to tell a black man who's a sitting senator, a Rhodes Scholar, a candidate for a presidency for the Democratic nomination, and a former mayor, wow, you can speak it? You can talk, Negro? He doesn't know that that's a problem, that he said that? Then he's too damn stupid to be running for president. But Cory Booker has no backbone. He has none of that. Cory Booker's going to play the game. He's undermining his own worth as a human being. Based on that, I know that Cory Booker will have no problem undermining my worth, your worth, our children's worth, the worth of everyone in this country, all of us. Do you understand? That's why people don't support Cory Booker. It's not because they got a problem with black people. It's because he got a problem with black people. He got a problem with his own blackness. And he has a problem with being a courageous man, a man that walks upright. He'd rather win kissing ass. He'd rather be a part of the team, kissing butt of a Michael Bloomberg, a horrible, bigoted bastard who stopped and frisked and violated the constitutional rights of black people for a decade in New York, who only apologized because he's running for office, and Cory Booker doesn't have the guts. He don't have the balls. He don't have the ovaries. I said it. He don't have the ovaries to even call this guy out when he goes on national TV in an interview and calls him nothing, calls Cory nothing. He dehumanizes, he degrades Cory Booker as if he was a porch monkey, and he took it and he takes it because that's what he's willing to be in order to be on the team. And that, folks, is why neither him or the rest of them deserve the vote of the black community. We would ride for someone, but we ain't riding for somebody who won't ride for us. And that's the bottom line.